Good morning, everybody.
I thought you were going to say Vietnam.
I did that the last time. That's why I didn't do it again. Welcome to Denim and Pearls. I'm Brian Swanson
I'm Dr. Michelle Moroz. We're Denim and Pearls. We're business casual.
with Pearls of Wisdom. Woohoo! Why'd you repeat me?
I don't know.
Today's topic. What was the word you used?
Apathy.
Apathy. Now, if you don't know what the heck that is, look it up in a dictionary. But whether you do or don't, I don't care.
That's basically what apathy means. It's indifference to anything or everything. And usually, Brian and I are like either we're both up, or one of us is up, the other one's down. I mean, and emotionally and connected wise. And we both were very neutral today. Do you want to talk about something? No. Do you want anything? No. Are you ready? No. I mean, so it was apathy. And we were laughing about the whole apathy thing. What?
One or more platforms dropped. Why is that?
I don't know, but we can always share it later.
Things are being weird lately.
Technology has been so weird.
Well, today I was dropping everything.
Well, I'm just thinking our last two podcasts, it kept putting the old title from the last podcast. It's been off, and we don't know why, and it's just what it is. But I know why I have a lot of apathy in me today. Do you?
No.
Why you're apathetic?
Well, because when I get into, I'm going to ignore that for now, and I'll copy everything later.
Yes.
But when I get into this mode, it's usually because I'm thinking about something, or not necessarily thinking about something, but concentrating on something. And I've been concentrating on getting something ready for tonight for one of the bars that I'm DJing at. And it's something I've never done before. So I'm trying to get everything done. And I'm just in that blinders mode and have no apathy for anything else.
Yeah. And I'm
trying to use this word. I've never really used
apathy,
the word.
you have no apathy for anything else. Apathy is actually the neutral of you have no interest in anything else because you're distracted.
Exactly.
So
I have apathy for everything else.
No, so you just have apathy because you're focused on something else. That's how you use it. So like with me, my apathy is because I am so focused on writing a foreword for someone else's book that's due this Friday, right? And so my apathy is I have nothing else in my brain but that one topic. So like with you, you have nothing else in your brain but that one topic. So
like right now that I'm looking at the screen going, what the heck is going on?
So you're apathetic because you just don't care about anything else right now because you're focused on something else.
Yeah. I just don't understand why everything went haywire. That's all. Okay.
Leave it alone.
Bring me back.
Yeah, it is okay. And what was I thinking about? I was thinking about apathy and the effects of what it does to us. The thing is Brian and I, although we say we're apathetic today, we really aren't because here we are. And what our podcast is serving all of you. And so therefore we aren't apathetic. We're just not as enthusiastic as we normally are. And you know what? That's okay. Right?
It is okay.
It's human.
You know, well, sometimes it's due to weather because, like, right now I can't blame it on the weather right now, except for the fact that we get all this smoke.
Yeah, it is so smoky in Colorado.
It's crazy around here.
There are fires everywhere.
Fires wherever they are. But it makes it kind of gloomy. So it's kind of like, I need to feel better. I'm going to go out in the sun. There is no sun. The sun has turned itself off.
It's not off. It's just so behind all the smoke. And then that's the apathy part. It's like, man, it's just, we're all doing our thing and doing whatever. And there are people out there, I mean, losing property, losing their homes, losing stuff. And it's like, here we are moving along like nothing's wrong, but it is, and we're watching it. And so I think that's part of the apathy too. It's just like, we live every day in our own little bubble, not realizing that other people's bubbles are popping right now.
Well, there's somebody's bubbles popping. There's somebody's bubble growing. There's always somebody's doing. If we were all in a world, if we were all on the same wavelength every day, that would be weird.
Look at Facebook.
Well, there's still people. There's some people that print joyous things. There's some people who print.
No, that's not what I was after. What I was thinking of is people write on Facebook about or social media about oh, this is terrible. And then if someone else writes something positive and happy, they do, well, you don't understand because my life is terrible. Okay, it's your choice. That you can moan in that and you can be complaining, but if someone's trying to help you, just let it be. Let it be.
The Beatles.
Yeah.
I got music on my brain today,
I don't.
partially.
No, and what's on my brain is, one little step every day will eventually be bigger steps. And the reason that's going on in my mind is because I have a foreword to write for a book that I have gratitude for. I think will be a big influence in the world. It's about teachers. I have a big thing. I love teachers, and I love the effect teachers have had in my life. And so I'm writing the foreword for it, and my brain is so locked on doing it right that I'm getting blocked of doing it. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
I want to do it so right that I every time I write something, I erase it or I back off.
Kind of like a book I've been working on for 5 years.
Yes, but with me, it's like 1,500 words. And so normally I can just rattle that out really quickly. But this one, I write it and I do, no, that's not quite right. And I write more and I'm like, what do I chop out? I don't want to chop anything out. And so it's got me in this loop of I care so much I can't decide.
Well, the word of advice I've always been giving, and I can't tell it necessarily from experience, is put it down for a little while, then come back to it.
I did.
How long did you put it down?
24 hours.
Yeah, 24 hours may not be enough.
But I have to turn it in by tomorrow. So I have
Oh,
to finish
well,
it. So,
okay, so you're under the gun.
yeah, I mean, they told me about it on Sunday and I have to finish it by Friday. But my thing is, I've written a lot, but I need to cut it down. And I'm like, man, I really don't want to cut it down. I want to share it all. And actually, if I sent it in, they'd probably take it that big. I just don't think as the forward, it should be that big. It should not.
How big is it?
It's at 1,200 words right now.
And it's supposed to be?
He gave me no limit.
Oh, well, 1,200 words ain't that much.
I know. But
I mean, I've seen forwards that were like,
Bigger,
in books
yeah.
that are, yeah, it's like.
I don't want to be that one. I don't want to be that person.
Forward was the book of Gone with the Wind, and we will continue with the story after that.
In my mind, I was going to be down at 800 words, and it's just not happening. So he did not give me a limit. So I really could send in what I have. I want to condense it because there's more.
Well, sometimes it's also not about pulling just the details out. Sometimes it's just rewriting the details in a different format.
Well,
so
no.
if you've said one thing, maybe some of those little details can be shoved into another sentence.
Oh, I
cut some
already
words out.
umbrellaed it. I already umbrellaed the whole
Well.
thing. Then I told one story, but I know there's a story he wants me to put in there too on top of that. And I'm like, oh. But anyways, that's why I'm apathetic. It's like my brain does not want to do anything else.
So your story is watch Jane run. His story is da-da-da-da-da.
No. It's not that bad. It's just I don't want to take up a lot of the book writing. I really want to be under 1,000 words.
Take after Sally.
Hmm?
Sally and the rubber ball.
Oh.
And it came from where? Dick and Jane,
Dick and
right?
Jane.
No, see? So
That's
thinking
that's
about you, Sally.
That's a reference to way back in one of
Uh-huh.
our earlier shows. He used to always talk about Sally and the red ball. Yeah.
Yeah, but if Sally's listening,
Is she?
I'm thinking of you, Sally.
Oh, okay. Anyways, my brain is all over the place, and I feel distracted because I really need to write.
Okay, I have something that's really strange.
What?
You made a change to our set today.
Yes, I did.
I want to know if people recognize it. So in the comments down below, see if you can recognize what got changed in our set today. Because I'll just give this one little hint. She wanted the other one back. So.
I want it behind me.
Uh-huh.
Well, anyways, so what did we call this? What was this topic called? What did we call it?
Indifference.
Indifference.
About apathy, but just Indifference is the name of the. Because Indifference is actually a song by Pearl Jam.
Okay, but apathy. It's okay to have no emotional state for anything, and it's okay to have those kind of days. I'm just not used to us both having the same kind of day at the same time, and so it's really bizarre for us that the other one's not lifting the other one up. It's just bizarre for us.
Well, I remember. I'm going to go a little deeper here because I remember back when I was in high school. Of course, I traveled everywhere. Mom and Dad took me to different schools, yada, yada, yada. I got into a situation or a mental state one point where I was just so frustrated that everything that I did didn't work, or everybody didn't want to talk to me. It was just I felt alone. Okay, isolated, I should say, not alone, but I felt isolated. And finally, one day, it all kind of come to a head in my brain, and I went, you know what? I just don't give up. Blah blah. And I'm not going to care about anything, no matter what anybody says, how anybody treats anything. I'm just going to have that. And I went through that mode for like 2 weeks,
Wow.
and it made me a better person because what it did is it taught me how to,
Step back.
well, not only step back, but also to ignore the things that I didn't care about and focus on the things I did care about. Oh yeah, that was one heck of a little dramatic thing. But that was between, we talked about my adoption story, but my mother and my parents and all the things that was happening in life. And I think all of us go through it. Not everybody is 100% accepted and everything they say is God. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So even if you're, if you were a member of the football team or the choir or the band like I was, or whatever, all of your friends and stuff, there's a time when they all look at you and just go, we don't care. There's just those times. I mean, it happens. Or if they don't, it's at least the feeling that you get. And I think a lot of times nowadays, when we look at our socials, and I think it rots our brain in a way, we look at socials and there's all these people out there, what, 80%, 75%, I wish there was a number on it, I don't know. Let's say 75% of all posts are negative or bad feelings. And that's what we see constantly. Well, that has a tendency to edge on our own brains. And it's like, oh my gosh, can we just get away from this stuff? The news, oh my God. As an entrepreneur, you're always taught, don't watch the news. Turn the dang TV off, And it's because of that, because of the exterior influences, if you will, within ourselves. And when we do choose apathy, we also our apathy has to be selective. We have to be selective about what we do or don't care about in the moment.
Well, apathy is not a long-term thing.
I didn't say it was. That's what I'm saying. But we have to still be selective about it in the moment because let's just say, I mean, I'm dealing with Dad. Okay, well, my father-in-law. We all know that. And if somebody calls me that wants to put me into a mortgage, hold on. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care.
And at that moment, I don't care. And I've selected in my head to have apathy about that moment or about that thing. And I can go on with my focus elsewhere.
So basically, life is about choices. Choose.
And it is. And sometimes apathy is part of that choice.
Well, and what came to mind, the other thing that's got me thinking is a book that Robert Burnett, he put it on newaudia.com. It's new, NEWAUDIA.com. And it's Your Story Matters special edition. It's about me. He interviewed me a year ago and built this story around me. And I read it and did adjustments. So now it's from my point of view of looking at my life. And it's got me looking so introspective that I'm neutral about everything because I know this is going to sound crazy because I lived it. I've gone through a lot in my life. And I'm reading this book doing, holy smokes, I'm still alive. This is amazing. And so it's also got me thinking that too, as I'm writing the foreword for this other book, that, wow, I went from not knowing if I was going to survive day to day to where I am today. It's a big,
I think
introspective.
I go through that every time I write something, especially when I'm dealing with the adoption story and stuff. I write things and it's like, really, that was me? And then you put it down. I mean, I've done this all my life. You write something, you turn that paper in to the teacher or whatever it is, and then next thing you know, 3 years later, you pick this thing up in this piece of paper and say, what is this? And you start reading. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wait, that's me.
Okay. No, I don't remember this. Or if you read something out, you write something and it doesn't sound right in your head, but then you read it out loud. Can be amazing. It's that recognition. So what you're doing is you put things down a year ago, and now you're looking back and going, oh my gosh.
Well, not just I said it a year ago, and I recognized it a year ago, which is why we rewrote the whole story from my point of view. But what I realized was sometimes we all go through life, bad things happen, we keep going, we're still here, and it's just a past thing. It just happened, I learned from it, I keep going. And so to write a story that condenses all my life into one book,
Oh, yeah.
it's really bizarre because I'm like, yeah, but it happened. Yeah, it's not that big deal. Oh, it's not as bad as that last thing. Oh, it's not as bad as that other thing. And so I degrade a lot of the experiences that were actually rather traumatic because they're not as bad as that other one. The other one was so much worse. And I push it all aside. And so my thought is with all of you, what have you gone through where you do, yeah, it's not as bad as that. Oh, you should have saw that. And what I want you to realize is we are products of surviving yesterday and the day before that and the day before that. And so I just got myself out of apathy. That you look at life in a different way because you've survived another day. You are here for another chance at whatever you want to do. And I just pulled myself completely out of the apathetic moment I was in.
Well, I also think too, when we look at something that we've done in the past, whether it's the experiences we've had or whatever, we gain a new what?
Perspective.
A new perspective. So getting a piece of paper or a story that you've written before, because you've told me that before, you've opened a book and went, wow, this person went through a lot. Oh,
wait,
crap,
that's me.
that's me. Just because you came at it at a different perspective, you didn't come at it a perspective of how do I create this? You came at it at a perspective of what was this person talking about? And then had the realization that, oh yeah, I wrote that.
That's me.
And I think we all do that. It's just our brains are in a certain spot. We compartmentalize everything, and then when we're outside of that box, we view that.
But what you don't understand, Brian, remember what is one of my favorite things in the world to do? Be in a car alone thinking. I'm constantly thinking.
Like that for 2 weeks.
Yes. I'm always thinking and I'm always reevaluating things from my past. So to read things and look at it again and read it from the point of how it was working at that time, I don't even think of it that way anymore. I only take the lessons from things. Mm-hmm. I don't remember the event. I only remember the lesson. And so I'm constantly reevaluating lessons as they're occurring again, approaching me in new situations. So I purge the past and only take the lesson. And I think that's what messes me up with the book is to look at the past in the issue and not just the lessons and share the lessons. It's weird. But if you get the book or if you go to newaudia.com, the AI he has will read it to you. You don't have to read it. You can actually have it read to you on newaudia.com. And while you're listening to the book, if you have a question, you can stop it and ask the question to the AI and it will respond like me, for me.
That's scary.
It's really cool.
No, that's scary.
It's really cool.
It's cool from one point, but it's actually scary.
It's pretty scary, yeah.
When you think of the technology behind it, that's scary.
And that's what I was telling him when we first did the book was, I don't want this thing to replace me. I don't want it to replace me because it can't do it without you. But it's answering for me now.
Yeah.
Because it knows me, and that is scary.
Well, it knows you from what you've said.
And everything I've ever said in any other book that's been uploaded knows a lot about me. I'm replaceable.
We don't want to get into AI thing. We could make that a whole entire different.
I am replaceable
episode.
Well, anyways,
because I've been working with so much AI the last 5 days, and I love it, but it has its limitations. But what really irks me about here we go. What irks me about it is you work for 3 days on something and then it comes back and tells you, well, I can't do it that way. Well, you told me you could. This is the expectations as we did this for 3 days. And then I go to tell you to do it and you say, well, I can't do that from this environment.
Oh, we need to end.
Why?
My alarm's about to go off. I have to check in for my flights.
Oh. You don't have your seats already?
I haven't, but it says I have to check in.
It doesn't matter because you're going to put if you got your seats, it doesn't matter when you check in.
Okay.
If you have to choose your seats, then it matters.
No, I have my seats already.
Yeah, so I figured that out the last time because I was like 4 hours past and I thought, oh God, I got section 6 or whatever, boarding section 6 or whatever. No, it had nothing to do with when I
Well, and I'm
checked in.
priority, so it always puts me in that
Yeah,
first one.
so
No matter what.
it had nothing to do with check-in.
Yeah.
So
Anyways,
you'll be fine. You miss it by a minute or two.
no, I'm saying my alarm is gonna go off on my phone.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just gonna go off. But
I'm
anyways,
sure these people out here have heard an alarm before.
I know.
Anyway,
Anyways,
you should call it. But otherwise, I really don't care.
I don't care.
So let's call it a day.
Yeah, I need chocolate. That's what I need.
I can now that I had my blood test this morning.
Oh yeah, you can have it now. Okay,
Oh,
everybody.
believe me, I came home and ate a cookie.
So thank you so much for joining us on Denman Pearls. My name is Dr. Michelle Moss.
And I'm Brian Swanson.
We're business casual with
Pearls of Wisdom.
from the porch. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us. Peace.
Peace.